the northern mountains and plains. In this lesson, learn about the Greater Himalayas, the importance of northern plains and pollution. The northern mountains. The northernmost boundaries of India is famous by northern mountains, which includes the Himalayas, highest mountain range in the world. Location and extent. The Himalayas stretch from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east for about 2,500 kilometers, forming an arch. Himalaya forms the natural wall between India and China. The Himalayas are wider in Kashmir and narrower towards the east. In northeast, it is lower in height. The northern mountain region lies in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, northern part of West Bengal, and other northeastern states. The Himalayas consist of three mountain ranges as follows. 1. Himadri, the Greater Himalayas. 2. The Himachal, the Middle Himalayas. And the Shivalik, the Lower Himalayas. Greater Himalayas or Himadri, the highest mountains are included in these northernmost ranges with an average height 6,000 meters. Highest peak of Himalaya is Mount Everest, about 8,848 meter in Nepal. Other high peaks are Kanchenjunga and Annapurna. These mountains are always covered with snow, so there is hardly any plant life in this region. In some places, huge masses of ice, called glaciers, move down the mountain slopes. In warm regions, they melt to form rivers. The river Ganga and Yamuna start from Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers respectively. The rivers like Brahmaputra, Satluj and Indus are also formed by melting and snow. The Middle Himalaya, the Himachal, to the south of Himalaya is the Himachal Range. These mountain range have some beautiful valleys such as Kashmir Valley, Kullu and Kangru Valley. There are beautiful hill stations such as Shimla, Mussoorie, Nainital, Almora, Dalhousie and Darjeeling. A pass is a narrow path which may be natural or man-made over or through the mountains. Some important mountain passes like Rohtang Pass, Sikpi La in Himachal Pradesh, Nathula in Sikkim and Bombila in Arunachal Pradesh. La means narrow path. The Himachal range has thick forests of pine, oak, devdar or fir, and in lower slope there are orchids of pear, plums and apples etc. The lower Himalayas or Shivaliks. The Shivaliks from the lowest or southernmost ranges. They consist of hills with slopes covered with thick forests. In the northeast, the hills are not very high. The ranges here include Garo, Khasi, Naga, Jaintia, Lushai and Mizo hills. Due to cutting of trees or deforestation, heavy soil erosion occurs, leading to landslides, especially during monsoon. Planting of trees to prevent this has been undertaken by the local people and the government. At the foothills of Shivalik is the Terai region. It is a flat land receiving heavy rainfall. Wheat, rice and sugar canes are cultivated here. A huge variety of animals are found in the Himalayan forest. They are the snow leopard, wild yak, elephant, tiger, etc. Importance of Himalayas. The Himalayas act like a huge wall at the northern border of India. They protect us from cold winds from the north. They act as the obstacle for rain-bearing clouds and thus ensure heavy rainfall in India. Snow melts from Himalayas, providing plenty of water in Indian rivers. Himalayan forest provides valuable products like timber, resin, honey, etc. It acts as home for different animals like tiger, rhinos and leopards, etc. The northern plains, location and extent. To the south of Himalayas lies the northern plains. This flat land extends from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. They cover the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, of West Bengal and parts of Assam. The plains extended in the length for 2,400 km and are about 150 to 300 km wide. Features: the northern plains are flat and level land, and many rivers oriented from Himalaya flow through these regions. And that's why water available throughout the year, as it is called, a perennial rivers. The northern plains are very fertile and varieties of crops grow here. The area is called the rice bowl of India because most of India's rice grows here. The northern plains can be divided into 3 river basins. 1. The Ganga basin in the center. 2. The Brahmaputra basin in the east. 3. The Sutlej basin in the west. The Ganga basin. The place from river origins called as its source. The Ganga flows in the state of Uttarakhand, reaching the plains at Haridwar. It then flows through state of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. The Yamuna is the important tributary to Ganga and joined it at Allahabad. Other tributaries of Ganga are Gandhra, Gomti, Kosi and Son. The river carry a lot of silt and sediments. They flow slowly and divide into numerous channels and distributaries, which divide the area into triangular areas called a delta. The Ganga-Brahmaputra delta is the largest in the world. It is called Sundarbans. The fertile Ganga basin has major crops like rice, wheat, jute and sugarcane. Many important cities like Rishikesh, Haridwar, Delhi, Agra, Kanpur, Allahabad, Varanasi, Patna and Kolkata are located on its banks. Pollution of river. The Ganga basin is the most polluted part of India. The increased population has resulted in huge quantities of rubbish being thrown into the river. The chemical waste from various industries also adds to the pollution of the river. The Ganga Action Plan has been taken up by the government. The Brahmaputra Basin. The Brahmaputra River has its origin in Tibet. It flows eastward and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh, flows through Assam and then enters Bangladesh. The fertile soil in this region provides excellent soil for crops like jute and rice. The rice carries heavy water with it because of heavy rainfall in northeastern region and cause as flood and damage to the life during rainy season. The Sutlej Basin. The river Sutlej flows through the state of Punjab and Haryana before joining Indus in Pakistan. Since the rainfall is less in this region, the farmers depend on canals and dams for water. The Bhakra Nangal Dam has been built on Sutlej to provide water and electricity. Importance of the Northern Plains. 1. The fertile soil in Northern Plains is good for growing crop. 2. There are many important cities on the river banks. 3. As the land is flat, it is easy to access good network of roads and railways. Summary.